Well, hello everybody from downtown Minneapolis, where it is a very warm, humid evening. You can hear my air conditioning running, just like everybody else's around. Switch around here, give you a nice little view of the city. Got some fair weather cumulus clouds out there. They're making progress there on the Four Seasons. I don't know who's all going to stay there, but you know, whatever. Yeah, nice view here on Hennepin Avenue and the Hennepin Avenue Bridge. I will go inside to do the actual weather because it's going to be easier to hear me. We do have some storms on the radar, of course, and storms in northwestern Minnesota are severe at the moment. We have a good old-fashioned bow echo that is moving through the area, and these storms are very efficient, kind of like supercells, just a different type of storm. And when we talk efficiency, we're talking about storms that can push the cool, rain-cooled air out ahead of it, but continue to suck in a stream of humid and warm air, and that's what these do, similar to like how a supercell does, just in a very different way. And those storms are rumbling currently up the Red River Valley and Bemidji, one of those areas that are under severe thunderstorm warnings. And I want you to look at this line here out ahead of those storms initially. That's the wind. As it's closer to the radar, easier to see, but see that thin light blue and green line ahead of the storms? We can actually see that wind, that outflow, move out ahead of those storms as they move through. So we know that they were producing severe wind gusts over 60 miles an hour, and this is a view of satellite as those storms just bubble up like a bomb going off. And notice that finger, that ridge there of green lines. These are isodrosotherms, which are lines of dew point, and we know that those dew points are high. And basically these storms feed off that finger of humidity that is stretching all the way up into the southeastern part of North Dakota, and it is definitely creating those storms out there. And in fact, this was sent to me from a Twitter follower, Brian Nelson. Sent this as the storms were coming towards Bemidji. Pretty nasty up there at the moment, but you can see that roll cloud. You guys, a lot of you will see this in the summer. Even with a non-severe storm, it can produce one of these clouds without severe wind gusts. And it's basically the mini cool front, that dry, cool air. That's when those high winds are out ahead of the storm, and then that pushes the warm, humid air up above it, so it acts literally like a cool front and is an efficient way to keep that storm going for many hours. And speaking of which, it may very well. The models have been kind of all over in terms of where these storms would end up tonight. It does look as though they're going to dive south. That is kind of the consensus in the models. Not a guarantee that we'll see storms in the metro, but looking like a decent bet that we will. And this is about probably 1, 2, 3 a.m. Coming into the metro area. By that time, the severe winds will probably be done. You might have a good 40, 50 mile an hour gust in a few places, but it does appear as though those stronger wind gusts will move out of here. In fact, we'll look at the wind gusts here on one of the models, and don't pay attention to the exact areas. The general area is what we're looking at. So moving into those areas like Alexandria and up around Brainerd, this is maybe around midnight or so, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, and then moving into the St. Cloud area by maybe midnight, 1, 2 a.m. Now these times could be a little sooner if these winds in these storms keep going a little bit stronger, and then that line would make its way to those areas a little sooner. So in the metro, that line of wind, if it holds together, maybe coming through again around 1, 2, 3 a.m. Otherwise, it is looking hot still. I bumped up the temperatures for both Saturday and Sunday. 94 tomorrow, 90s Sunday. That would be our 12th on Sunday, which would put us at the normal amount for a season. Yeah, it's been warm, so we're definitely ahead of schedule. Again, it looks like more overnight storms tomorrow night, and then a few spotty storms on Tuesday and Wednesday. But yeah, we'll try to update you maybe a little bit later in the evening with a quicker update on where those storms are headed. It's a dynamic situation with this kind of storm system. It could fall apart, could keep diving straight south. So we'll see.